Well, Keith, we've made it through another round. The state really had a rough day for a lot of folks, but there's another storm on the horizon.
Yeah, on Saturday, the coast really, I think, took the brunt of this one as far as we can tell. And a lot of that was storm surge, coastal flooding, which I'm going to show you a graphic here that is just one measurement of this. This happened up into the mid-coast as well. Highest water level in Portland, it was the third highest water level ever recorded there. Records go back to 1912. And the two top spots are taken by the blizzard of 1978, which lives on in weather weenie infamy as such a huge, huge storm. And you can see the other couple of years here are relatively recent. So we came in top three. We saw a lot of coastal surge. We also saw quite a bit of snow, and this was the positive part of this storm. With 14 inches in Carrabassett Valley, they did admit that it kind of got compacted down to 7 or 8 inches after the rain, but still, they'll take it. It's cement sticking to the hill. That's what you want. Fort Kent, 8 inches, 7 in Caribou. Gray, 3.8, a trace that I never saw in Portland, fell, I guess, last night at some point when I blinked. Radar, a couple of rain and snow showers out there, but most of the storm moved out about mid to late morning. There wasn't a whole lot going on after that. We actually broke into a decent day over southern Maine. Temperatures tonight dropped down to about freezing, upper 20s, inland teens into the mountains. Could see some flash freezing going on there because they had the snow and the rain on top of it. The rest of us should be okay. And then tomorrow's a mixture of sun and clouds with more clouds in the afternoon, mid 30s, couple of snow flurries in the mountains. Nice bright day on Friday. It starts off cold. We end up around freezing. Then here comes our next storm, which is later than this last one we just had that came in around 6 o'clock or so over western and southern Maine. We're talking after midnight, probably well after midnight, this next system will be moving in. Large scale speaking, this is a similar looking storm. We talked about our low was towards Toronto with yesterday's storm. Look at that. Pretty close, right? And the same deal. We start with snow, change over to rain. A little bit less moisture and a little bit less amped up. So wind speed should be a bit lower. Total precipitation should be a bit lower. Plus, we don't have as much snowpack on the ground now along the coast, so we don't add that extra inch to the equation. So here's what we're thinking for rainfall, snowfall amounts, rain along the coast, because that's all we got last time. Don't see any reason for that to change. 1 to 3 into the mid-coast down East Maine, 3 to 6 pushed beyond Augusta and Lewiston, 6 to 12 into the mountains. Probably not a ton of 12s out there, but we'll be in that range. Wind gusts will be highest in the mid to late morning hours, and they will gust to 50 miles an hour along the coast again out of the southeast. But as we talked about, and Jason talked about it too, we may be in a reasonable spot with southeast wind right now, guys, because we had 2 storms in a row to knock down all the weak trees. So that surprised me how much of a difference that made, but it seems to make a lot of difference. We will have a storm surge problem on Saturday again, though, because we pick up a foot of tide. So what we lose in wind, we gain in tide. So we might have another top 3 kind of water level into the mid-coast and southern coastal Maine.
Potential more damage to roads that saw debris this time.
Washed back out, I would say, yeah.
A little bit of good news here we got at the beginning of the broadcast from Central Maine Power. They've restored power to 92% of those impacted by last night's storm. Still going to be some isolated areas, though, because of those roads that are still inaccessible.
Better than I thought we'd be when I looked at this yesterday, so it's good, yeah.
All right.
Thanks.